Yo, 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 this is Willie Mack, and I'm coming at you live right here at DT's Lounge in Panama City. I'm your host, or I'm one of the hosts, at Willie Mack, and we're going to talk a little bit about ourselves right about now. Come on, Street.
What's up? Name's Street. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. Fixing to be 35 years old. But they really call me Beer Can, but we ain't getting into that tonight.
Yo, yo, yo. I'm All-Star. 34 years old. Live right here in Panama City Beach, Florida. And, we're looking to have a good time with our listeners and our viewers.
It's Pegasus. How y'all doing? 34 years old, still chugging along. We just here to give y'all a good time.
All right, and I am Willie Mack, none other. 35 years old from Mississippi, but I hail and reign from Nashville, Tennessee as of this year. We're going to come at you right now. We're going to talk a little bit about how we all met, and we're going to start off with our young fella Street.
So, All-Star and Pegasus met at a party, like 2009, 2010 range. Been hanging out and partying and talking and hanging out ever since then. Willie Mack met you, 5 years ago now?
Yeah.
Been putting up with you ever since.
I'm a lot to deal with, though. I'll take that on.
Yeah, so I guess we have to go back to, like Street said, 2009. I met Josh. Fuck, that's not right.
Oh, shit, it burns.
Keep it going.
I met Street at a Halloween party, matter of fact, way down in the woods. And I was never a country boy to begin with. I was born and raised in what some would call the ghetto, what I call home. So got down there hanging out with some rednecks and figured out that I liked bonfires and cowboy boots and all kinds of shit. So that's about the time I met Street, and then. Me and Pegasus, we ended up meeting right outside of a college that will not be named, that is no longer around anymore. We can make a lot of jokes about that shit.
Right.
And we kind of formed we formed a really deep relationship, brotherhood, and when we went 2 years to college together and graduated. With honors, I might add. Y'all might not think that, but we did.
The stories I heard, I don't know.
And then we picked up old Willie Mack out of Mississippi over here back in 2013. So, just a band of brothers. Glad to be here with all you guys.
Oh, yeah. Pegasus.
Good old Pegasus, I born and raised in Birmingham, and I grew up in a small town, Wylam. That's where I got my roots from. Everything about me, it's just good vibes. Just trying to keep all the good energy going, like always. Everything been introduced, how we introduced each other, and that's how it is.
Yeah, I'm the last guy on this thing. I met Derek in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
That's right.
Met you in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, what a crazy time. Oh, my goodness. Can't talk about it. But it was a great time. Street, I met you in Miami. Or Broward.
Fort Lauderdale, too.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale. Damn. But that was some years after that. It was after COVID.
During COVID.
Yeah, during COVID. Yeah. We was off work for like 2 weeks. And then I met you guys. I don't know where the fuck I met you.
He just showed up.
The fuck up one day out the blue, and we just been cool ever since, man. So it's an honor to know you guys, man. We've made it thus far. We talked about this podcast for a good little while, so I'm glad we all just got together and just been able to come down to Panama City to DT's Lounge, and we have this thing rolling. And so by the first show, let's see what made you who you are today.
Oh, jeez. I can write a book on this. So, When I was 25, I blew my back out from turning wrenches, and I went to college right after that for electronic engineering.
I thought that was going to go a whole totally different way.
During the course of that time when I was going to college, I was borderline homeless. I was living in a house that had no power, no water. I was having to use neighbor stuff just to get by while I went to school. Couldn't work, bad back, couldn't lift nothing, and been hustling and busting my ass ever since then when I was finally able to start walking around good again, and now I'm here.
Okay, All-Star, what you got for us?
Yeah, I there's a lot I could say about how I grew up, where I grew up, things that I've done, but we'll get into all that kind of crazy ass stories later on in our episodes. But I think the most important piece of it for people to realize about who I am is I didn't grow up with a lot, and I had it pretty rough. As many people do. Not saying my story is any different than anybody else's, but I've found a way to survive. That's what I am. I am a survivor, and there's nothing more, nothing less. You give me a task, no matter how daunting, I'll figure out a way to make it happen. And that's just that's the approach and the outlook that I've got on life. And I wouldn't change nothing for the way that I came up, because it's taken me from where I was to where I am, where I'm going. So.
All right, Pegasus.
So coming up, my life wasn't too hard. It's a little different. I had to adjust to it. As a guy that didn't really work hard all the way up until I got actually of age, I got a great work ethic. Like, there's nobody that can take that away from me. And I strive to do my best at everything I do. And I will continue to push and get better at everything I do.
All right. So, what made me who I am today, I grew up with my grandparents. And so a lot of people say I have an old soul. And so with that old soul comes a lot of, I say, wisdom in a sense. We wasn't poor, but we wasn't rich either. But they made sure I got everything that I needed, and it kind of made me, to say, a little bit more tougher than the people that was around me. Just trying to, I guess, do something different in a sense. Watching my grandfather, work the way he worked. My grandmother never worked, but she did everything at home. They had that old love. They were married 53 years. I don't know if I ever get to that fucking point. Even if I even get fucking married. But what made me today is just seeing the older people around me working hard, doing the stuff that they need to do, coming from a small community where everybody helped everybody, and I guess that's why I am like I am today too, because it was just a small community of everybody. Oh, you got this, oh, I got this, let's put all this shit together and make this shit work, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so that what made me who I am today or whatever. So, and everybody has a story, which is crazy, everybody don't see things the same way. I might not see stuff that he sees or he see, but we all got a story, and that what builds us to who we are, and that's why we've come together, because we always put our shit together, our heads together, and put everything in one big commotion, and it fucking works. That's the thing. Everything works that we do, because we know how to gel, we know how to get things moving, we got to get things going. Just like this podcast. We talked about it for a good little while, and now we're at a point where we've calmed down in the year, and now that we gel together, we can get this shit together and get this stuff on the platform. So I hope that everybody likes what we got coming forward for us, all the shows and everything that goes or whatever. That what the dudes say. You're gonna hear some shit, okay? So, what do we plan on bringing to the podcast, to the listeners that's listening to the podcast? What are we bringing to them?
Life stories, advice, from one brother to another.
A lot of bullshit.
A lot of bullshit. And honestly, ultimate goal is to take our experiences and hopefully better other people and hopefully guide others to a better path than some of the ways we've chosen to do things in life.
Yeah. I just have to add on to that what Josh said. You know, I've always been a major advocate of learning from other people's mistakes. And hopefully, you know, for you listeners or you viewers out there that are going to be watching this podcast, we'll be able to share a lot of crazy ass shit and stories and stuff, things that we've done. You guys will get some laughs, but hopefully you'll be able to take something tangible out of it and say, yeah, I'm not doing what the dudes say. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, that's the whole thing. It is, you know, really for us, and I think all of us could agree, you know, beyond the mics and the mixing and the cameras and everything, we're literally just making history together as we always do. Yeah. We're making memories together, and that's something that we enjoy to do, something that we reflect on often. Mm-hmm. And you know, we have such a bond together, the four of us, that you could put us in any setting and anywhere, and you best fucking believe that we're gonna be the life of the damn party.
Yeah. Everybody gonna come out dancing, grooving, moving.
Yeah, for
whatever,
sure,
man.
That's why we don't get invited to some parties anymore.
That's facts. That's facts. Get a little too crazy for them.
It's been, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Make our own fucking party. Like, Pig, what you
yeah, we definitely here to bring the good energy. You know, every day, sometimes it feels hard. Just keep looking forward, keep smiling. That's what we here for. We're going to bring out some laughs. We're going to bring out a little this, a little that. And, you know, we just hope that y'all enjoy this, man. Enjoy this time spent together, brotherhood. That's basically, that's what we got. So that's what we're going to keep pushing for. We're going to keep doing what we do.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to be a lot of shit that come out the dome, for sure. But we hope you guys just get to embrace what we're talking about. Learn from the shit, because a lot of us didn't have people to, you know, tell us nothing, or we just went and bumped our heads anyway. So if we say some shit that'll help you in any type of way that you might be going through, like you 20 years old, you ain't been through shit yet, and we just 35, and I know a lot of us done been a lot of years together. We've been through way more shit than most people. So I hope you guys just take what we're saying, not just as a joke sometimes, because we're going to get serious. And then we're going to have a time where we're just going to be laughing and enjoying time. We're going to talk about life, real life shit. You know what I'm saying? Not the shit you see on TV, on shows, but real life shit that we've been through. And hopefully you guys get a chance to learn from that. Any closing remarks you guys got?
No, I would just like to add that we are on Facebook. We are on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. What am I missing, guys? I'm missing one of them. Spotify. We're going to be putting out on Spotify. So make sure that you guys tune in whatever platform that you want to listen to us in. And hey, before we go, how about all four of us tell a memorable story before we let the listeners go today? What do you think? Do you think that's a good idea? All right, bet.
I don't like
Crazy fucking idea, first off.
All right. Hey, Street, man. Give us one of your best.
One of my best stories?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you going to do this right now?
This better not be the story about Rio de Janeiro.
No.
We got to save that one.
And we got to save Miami.
Yeah,
we
of
ain't gonna
course.
talk about that. That's a whole show within itself.
There's so many though. Like,
what's the first one? What's the first one? When I said that popped in your head.
Honestly, Miami.
Nah, you gotta wait. All right, choose the second one.
That's why I had like a deer in the headlight look. You had to ask the one person with ADHD at this table.
Hey, you're not dyslexic, though.
I'm not dyslexic, but I'm processing like 50 different stories right now. Pass.
Some stories you gotta say.
He's gonna pass. He's gonna pass. Pegasus, what do you got? Memorable story.
It's a basic one from when we got stuck in Dallas when the snowstorm came in.
Oh yeah.
And the hotel didn't want to feed us no more. We had to survive on our own.
Facts.
You know.
Slip and slide all the way to the
Oh my gosh,
grocery
man.
store.
Yeah.
For what thing?
Yeah.
Do you know how many times I slipped and almost face planted some pile of dog shit somewhere?
Guess who that was on? You.
It was fixing to be all on my face.
Exactly. You gonna be shit out of luck.
Literally.
But that was a good time, man. We fought through it. We surprisingly got home.
Yeah. Facts. That is facts, man.
But that was a good memory for me. We all shared together. It was pretty good.
Yeah. I think I'd have to go back to probably 2020, COVID, right? We all end up in South Florida. We're down there doing some work, right? And we all end up in this hotel that is basically been blocked off for essential employees only. And we were there with, God, I don't know how many, Josh, like at least 500 National Guard members.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And, same kind of deal, right? The hotel didn't necessarily want to feed us without charging us for like $40 a hamburger. Like, man, shit, broke as fuck. What are you talking about? I can't pay $40 a hamburger. Does that come with cheese and ketchup, or is that shit extra? What the fuck, man?
And the shit wound up being extra.
Yeah, it did. It was a la carte. It was like, what the fuck? Won't name that hotel. Jesus Christ. But, so, we did what we always do. Like, we try to survive in situations, no matter what the situation is. And I guess what the moral of my story is that Josh and I were barbecuing on a grill under a viaduct down in South Florida because they said that we couldn't light our barbecue grill in the parking lot. And the cop showed up. Like, it was a crazy, like...
Yeah, the cops didn't care.
Just trying to, like, cook a little bit of... what were we cooking? Like a fucking pork?
Ribs.
Was it ribs?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we were cooking fucking ribs, right?
On a $20 freaking grill.
Yeah, on a $20 fucking Dollar General grill. Yeah. So, I guess the moral of the story is that the hotel, because we were cooking in the parking lot at the very far end, and I understand, like, if they got their liabilities and stuff. COVID changed a lot of things, right? So they should have gave us a pass. However, security guard walked over, was bitching a storm up at us, had a really nasty attitude. We took a hot lit grill that was probably 350 degrees hot and
lifted it up by the legs,
moved it over under the viaduct. But the next day we found out that they thought that we were in the National Guard. And the hotel had called the commander-in-chief of the National Guard and was bitching them out. So all those 500 National Guardmen and women had to run miles that day because nobody would own up to it. Right? So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart right now that I truly apologize for you guys getting into shit.
Happy Veterans Day.
Cheers to you. I appreciate everything you do. We wouldn't have our freedoms and our vices at that point right here if it wasn't for our National Guard, our Army, Navy, just all of our military and everything. So,
yeah, definitely sorry y'all got y'all's asses handed to you because of us.
Oh, man. With Street at a hotel, South Florida, Fort Lauderdale. When I first met him, we get kicked out the fucking hotel. Can't name the. I don't remember.
We
the name.
did not get kicked out.
You got us kicked out because of a damn crock pot you had in your room, which was the best fucking thing ever because that hotel was shit. The time I got there, first of all, we drove from Mississippi all the way to Fort Lauderdale. Had to go to work the next day, that Friday. So I only got maybe an hour of sleep before we had to get up and go to work. And did we stay in there till like Monday? I think we stayed in there till like Monday. We went to work on Monday, and we got out, and I guess they called Josh or some street. They called him, and they was like, "Hey, you guys gotta go." They found a crock pot in his room.
That ain't what happened.
I ain't saying it's the worst fucking thing that happened, but that was the best fucking thing that trip happened, because we ended up going to the hotel where we could cook outside, which was crazy. Skeeter and his brother, they had the two hookers.
Yeah. More to come on the two hookers.
The bottle being dropped and Damon being, I don't even think he was pissed off about it. He was
too drunk.
He was more heartbroken.
Like, damn.
Yeah, he looked at me and said, "That's the fastest I've ever seen anybody get rid of a liter of Jack Daniels."
And, oh my goodness, you could have thought somebody threw a baby across the fucking parking lot or some shit. Because the way he looked, man, was like, oh my goodness. But that was my second encounter with you guys.
Yeah.
That was my first time with Street. But yeah, that's kudos to you, buddy. Yeah, you can always have the shit he don't supposed to have in his fucking room.
Hey, that's classified. It's classified.
Shit, they always find out.
It can't be that classified.
Then you get pissed that they went in your room because you got the damn sign on your room. But, it is what it is.
Stay the fuck out of my room.
Hey, they do that a lot. Yeah.
I mean, I keep thousands of dollars worth of merchandise in my hotel rooms. Stay the fuck out.
But isn't that scary, though? Like, them coming in your room, your shit not being where it's supposed to be.
Dude, let me tell you, man. I've had 2 expensive ass gold chains stole by fucking maids in a hotel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like my gold and I fucking wear it, but occasionally I have to take the shit off because it's bothering me. And the last chain was a present by somebody that is no longer with us here on this earth. And I almost caught a charge. I almost beat every motherfucking body that had a uniform on. I ain't shitting you. I was really pissed, man, but nobody owned up to it. I lost the chain, and that's the scary part about where you're traveling. You never know, and you think like you put the little fucking tag out there. It's like do not disturb. And here comes fucking little old Maria, and she wants to see what's going on in fucking side the damn room. In Josh's case, I want to check out his balls. But
hold on, what?
Yes.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
This is an interlude of the podcast, right? So we're dropping a little hint.
Coming to a podcast near you.
You got to be careful with them hotels, man.
Yeah. And then
the crazy thing is, we ain't staying in those shitholes.
No.
At least they ain't supposed to be no shitholes. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just saying, some of them housekeepers are grade A, man.
I mean, they do. Some of them do have policies to where they come in after so many days, But
damn, ask me first.
Respectfully, they should call, which they have. They have your number on file.
Exactly. But then when you check in, right? That's the funny thing. When you check in, they're like, "Oh, you got a phone number? Motherfucker, it ain't in my profile. You just called me 2 hours before I got here and saying, well, you still coming?"
And then they text you the whole time you're there. Just checking to make sure that you're okay.
Man.
If you need anything, just send us a text.
I had like 4 texts back to back one day from a D-tree.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They're like, "Hey, how's it going? How's your stay?" Never answered. Like 11 o'clock rolls around. "Just checking in." Like 3 o'clock rolls around. How's everything going? The 4th time, I'm like, "Please quit texting me. You're worse than my ex-girlfriend."
Yeah.
So, we're at the end of the podcast, and we're trying to, y'all got anything you guys want to say? Anything, for the listeners to hear from you?
Stay tuned is the only thing I'm going to say, because it's going to get crazy.
Get ready to bust our gut.
Strap in, because this is going to be a wild ride.
All right. And so now we thank you guys for listening to our first ever podcast. We got more to come. We're going to put out once every week.
Yep, once every week.
Once every week. So be listening. Get on our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
Twitter, Spotify, TikTok. We'll be on them all.
All right. Make sure you guys subscribe and like.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace out.
Peace out.
What the dude say?